portal. Their health information exchange is another way of getting that. If you have a good health information exchange that has all of the hospital data dumped into it, that's probably, in the end, that'll replace getting it from the health plan, because that's even more accurate. If you have an admission discharge transfer feed to a health information exchange on a daily basis, you'll know exactly who's in the hospital of your patients and whether or not they're capitated or not. Our limitation also is we have a category called special members, which are not capitated, and those don't get they don't appear in the list of patients that a particular provider is responsible for. So that's a limitation. Okay. Those special members are more likely to be sicker too, which is a limitation.
Right. And then so to get at that, do you think there's a single most useful person to start with at the health plan, or you think it depends on?
You probably like the utilization. I mean, you have to get someone who has buy-in. In the end, the person to make that work, though, is the utilization manager and nurse. They have an interest in getting the data. They're very interested in getting the data from the hospitals, and then making it useful it would be in there. So, in partnership, that's the person who sort of is the lead, frontline person to make that sure that system is moving forward and championing it to IT and all that.
Great. And then there's one little follow-up question for you, Dr. Moore-Kaplan from IHI chatted in. Would hospital data include both ED and inpatient admissions?
Good question. No, we gather that. We found a backwards way to do that. I'll just tell you that because you don't require a prior authorization for ED visits, so there's no mechanism to get that. So what we did is we built a system, and we're promoting it heavily, but it's still only used by about half the emergency rooms. Is that when the emergency room clerk checks the eligibility of a partnership patient, it automatically comes up with a little